Hello, this is David Daggett back with you with some summer safety tips. Hope everybody's having a good summer. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about running safety. And that one's near and dear to me, of course, because I spend a lot of time out there on the roads running. So I want to go over a number of things. Number one is being visible. You need to be visible when you're out on the road running. And one of the things that we kind of get baited into is the days are longer. And here's what happens is when that sun is just up over on the horizon, either coming up or coming down, there's a blind spot for drivers and they simply can't see. So here's kind of my rule, is if the sun is in your eyes, that means the sun is in the eyes of the drivers coming behind you, and you just have to know they can't see you. So one of the tricks I do is I run the other way, because if the sun is at your back, it's also behind the drivers. And so they can see you. So I try to run in places where the traffic is coming from behind me, not at me when we're dealing with sun issues. That way the drivers can see you better. And you can also creatively come up with routes that takes you through shade and trees and that sort of thing so that you avoid the blinded drivers. It's interesting coming to work. If you come early in the morning when the sun's coming up, you can go down the road and you can see everybody like this, and they got their sun visor down and they're shielding their eyes. They can't see you if you're running. They can't see you in a crosswalk. So that sets up a dangerous situation. So that's number one. Number two, a lot of people get themselves in trouble over dehydration. And they think that dehydration happens real fast. So I drink a lot of water before I go out and run, and that's okay. What happens is day by day in the hot weather, if you don't drink, what happens is your base level of hydration is low. So you go out and run on a 90-degree day, you take a gulp of water before you go. It's just like filling up a gas tank. You really haven't filled up because you were sitting on empty when you got started. So please be very, very careful, particularly if you're out more than 30 minutes or so. Take water with you or have water stops. One of my tricks is if you run from fire station to fire station, most of them have water fountains inside. The firefighters are glad to see you. So stop by, get a sip of water, and keep yourself safe. The other thing is, wearing, we talked about visibility, wear visible clothing. If, with the sun's starting to come up a little later and set a little earlier, if you're in the dark or dusk hours, make sure you have reflective clothing on. Last thing I want to go over in running safety is one of the things that most people don't realize is if you have a bad incident when you're running, and it could be a fall or you could get hit by something, but even if you just trip and fall, which anybody that's run a lot, it happens a time or two, make sure you have good health insurance, make sure your coverages are all up to date, because one fall with today's health insurance or health costs, it can add up to an awful lot. The other thing that's interesting, and most people don't know this, is if you have an incident with a car and you're running, you are covered by your own auto insurance. So make sure you have good auto insurance, because it doesn't just cover you when you're in a car, it covers you anywhere if you have an incident with a car. So biking, running, just out walking, any incident with a car could be covered by your own auto insurance if you have proper coverage. If you have questions on that or just want an insurance update, feel free to give me an email or buzz or Facebook message or however you want to contact me, and I can update you on that. But the point is, running is great. It's fun. We're all outside and more active in the summertime. Follow some basic rules, be safe, and have a great summer. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.